We are live in studio with Janay from Blush. It's so good to have you here because honestly, there are so many things that you guys are doing with Blush that is truly out of this world, and this time it really is going to be out of this world.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what Blush is?
Yes, actually Blush is a nonprofit organization that started here in Kokomo. And it's a grassroots organization started really by parents. Parents that had a heart for kids, a heart for our community, and just came together to help our kids navigate through all of these things they're going through as young people in this world. That has changed. The world has changed.
Completely.
Yes, with technology and relationships. And so that's just kind of who Blush is. The heart of Blush is it's parents and teachers and just coming together to spark a change in our community.
And give the kids the support that they truly need.
Absolutely.
And the cool thing is you're bringing chat this coming up weekend.
Yes.
And it's really cool what you guys have kind of integrated into this, and it's for grades 3 through 8.
Yes.
And their moms, right?
Well, yes, or youth leaders. And actually, we're finding it's really interesting. Some of these events we started out with just the girls, we included the moms, and we started hearing from dads saying, I would like to bring my daughter. And so, that definitely, everyone is welcome to come.
So can you tell us a little bit about it? Because you guys are actually, I said out of this world, because you're going to actually integrate technology in this one, right?
Yes. One of the things that Blush really does is we create events and that tackle these topics. And it's hard to believe this is like, I think, our 18th event. And this event is for girls 3rd through 8, and it's called Chat. And the basis behind that is, I know it's no secret, but girls like to chat.
What?
Yeah, that's how we're wired.
I have a 3-year-old. I know.
And it doesn't matter if you're 3 or you're 45. But really what we want to do is celebrate that.
Sure.
We don't want to change. That's how we're wired. And so we said, let's just look at that and how can we use that chatter in a God-honoring way? How can we use what we say to build others up? And so that's where we came up with the name Chat. And it's all about where faith and technology connect.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're going to be unpacking like really what that looks like. And one of the things that we believe, Blush, is to not tell kids you can't use technology. Technology is here to stay.
Sure.
But rather, how do you use that?
Yes,
and giving them tips of what to do. Kids don't always want to hear you don't do this, you don't do that.
Sure.
But we're just going to celebrate who we are as females and how do we use these tools that really have just been handed to a lot of these young girls and they don't know how to use it.
Sure.
And so that's really what the event is about.
Can you give us some topics about what's going to be kind of discussed while you're at the event?
Yes. Basically 2 topics that we're going to camp out on, and the first one, our speaker is Rachel Wojo, and she's going to talk to the girls about technology and again how do you use it in a positive way. And I know you'll probably agree with this, even adults, we sometimes forget we need manners with technology.
Absolutely.
And so we're just going to talk about that. And so often girls, we want to get together. We are connectors. We love to be together, but are we really spending quality time together? I have experience with my own girls. They want their friends to come over, and they do, and then they're sitting on opposite sides of the room on electronic devices, and they're not really having that connection. And so we're going to spend some time talking about that. And the second talk is really about, okay, there's chatter going on around us, but really the importance of just having that quiet time. Having that quiet time and journaling. Spending time really putting your thoughts down on paper. We're going to unpack that for the girls. And just spending time with God and listening to Him of how He wants to use them. So, and then we're going to have an awesome time of worship.
As usual.
Yes.
I've heard those are pretty extraordinary, and it's something you don't want to miss out on.
Yeah, it's amazing. And what's really neat is what we hear over and over with the Blush events. The kids, that's one of their favorite parts of the event.
Mm-hmm.
They want more of that. So we are so excited to have a young gal from Indianapolis. Her name is Brianna Caprice.
Wow.
She is up and coming. She's only 16. You would never know it. She has a full band.
Mm-hmm.
So they're coming up, and she's going to lead worship.
Very cool.
And really share a part of like who she is.
Mm-hmm.
At 16, the girls can really relate to her. So we're really excited about that piece of the event.
Do you feel like sometimes with this technology that girls, and well, let's just say kids in general, you kind of remain faceless, that, you know, you're out there texting or you're out there on all of these social media websites, that you forget that there's actual people behind there. Yeah. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, and there's definitely another person that is reading that. Mm-hmm. There's feelings behind that. There's consequences. Mm-hmm. So often we don't talk about the consequences. Sure. And the consequences could be very severe, mm-hmm. or just hurting someone's feelings, and that was never your intention.
Sure.
So yeah, definitely.
It's kind of dialing it back and making sure that you don't,
yes.
I guess, make a bad influence
on
people.
Exactly.
So, give me the dates, the times, and what they need to do if they want to get some contact info.
Yes, chat is this Friday night. Mm-hmm. It is at Crossroads Community Church, and it is, again, 3rd grade through 8th grade. And tickets are only $8 in advance, and they are $10 at the door.
Which, come on.
Yeah. And I do want to point out that, you know, Blush is so blessed, mm-hmm. with donors in the community. Kokomo is just amazing. They step up. Are. And we're very passionate about keeping that price down, mm-hmm. so that a whole family could come. Mm-hmm. And they're $10 at the door. And it actually cost, we have figured out, almost $19 to send a kid through.
Wow.
But our donors step up and cover that. So we so appreciate it. We couldn't be here without our donors, sure. and our volunteers.
Sure. And lastly, for those people who maybe are on the fence a little bit, should I go, should I not go? What do you say to those people?
You won't regret it. It really is just such an amazing environment that we've been able to create. And, you know, as parents, we don't have all the answers, and Blush doesn't have all the answers. But what we do is we find those people to come to our community that have the answers. Mm-hmm. And we make sure that they're very relevant, they're hip, they don't look like a parent, because we know
sure.
kids don't want
Absolutely.
a parent up there wagging their finger. So we've just been able to create this.
That is so funny.
This environment where they're having a ball, and they're taking so much home with them.
Sure.
So I just strongly encourage, you know, if you know anyone that has girls, say, I will take you and a carload of girls, and let's
Very
just
nice.
go.
Absolutely.
So we open the doors to anyone. And I wanted to point out, too, we have scholarships available. Mm-hmm. So if the cost is getting in the way
sure.
of you kind of being on the fence, we got it covered. Just contact us. You can go to our website, which is iblush.org. Mm-hmm. There's forms on there for that. And there's just no reason that they shouldn't be there. They won't regret it.
They need to at least check it out
Absolutely.
once, and they will be addicted.
Yeah. We have a lot of kids that are just they're always saying, what's next, what's next? And so.
Another powerful force right here in Howard County. You know, it really is a great way, again, to make an impact on our future generations. Yes. It gives them that key that's necessary to give them the foundation.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what you guys are working on. And truly take the time to find out what it's all about. And again, if they've got questions, they can go straight to the website.
Yes, everything's on there.
Everything is on there for the contact information. So
yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And I really hope you guys get out there and at least check it out, ask those questions, and they will answer. And you need to get to chat. We'll be right back.